Sanatana Dharma, an elementary textbook of Hindu religion and ethics, narrated by Vaidyanathan. Part 1, Chapter 3, Rebirth. The evolution discussed in the previous chapter continues as the jiva moves from one body to another, with each new body improving as his powers unfold. This process is known as rebirth, reincarnation, or transmigration. Reincarnation literally means taking flesh again or coming back into a physical body. Transmigration means moving from one place to another or entering a new body. Both terms can be used interchangeably. Let us explore the process these words describe. The jiva, as we have seen, is a part of Brahman. Sri Krishna says, a portion of myself, a jiva. The jiva holds the powers of Brahman and is Brahman. The Shruti teaches, you are that. However, there is a difference in space and time, like the difference between a seed and a tree. The tree produces a seed, giving it its own nature. It drops a seed on the ground, and the seed slowly grows, revealing its hidden powers, until it becomes a tree, like its parent. It can become nothing else because its nature is the same as that of the parent. Similarly, the jiva is like a seed placed into matter by Ishvara. It gradually grows, revealing its hidden powers until it becomes Ishvara. It can become nothing else because its nature is the same as that of its parent, Ishvara. Ishvara is considered wise and powerful, while Jiva has limited wisdom and power. However, the Jiva grows in wisdom and power, and this growth is called evolution. We have seen that the Jiva starts his long journey through the physical world in the mineral kingdom. At this stage, he is unaware of the outer world. His attention is drawn to it, and its existence is forced upon him by violent shocks and blows from outside. Earthquakes, volcanoes, landslides, the crashing of the furious surf, and many other violent forces make the jiva aware that he is not alone and that there is something outside him. If one reads the accounts of the very early periods of the Earth's history, they will be struck by the number of major catastrophes. All these were necessary to awaken the jivas. After a very long time, the jivas were sufficiently awake to be ready for softer and more flexible bodies than minerals, and they move on into plants, while others, emerging later from Ishvara, took their places in the mineral kingdom. The jivas in plants became more aware of the world, sensing the warm sun, gentle breeze, and nourishing rain. As they matured and became more sensitive, they transitioned into longer lived plants like shrubs and trees. In these forms, more of their inner powers emerged until they were ready to move into the animal kingdom. Meanwhile, younger jivas entered the plant kingdom and others, even younger, entered the mineral kingdom. In the animal kingdom, the jivas advanced much more quickly by hunting for food, fighting, and outsmarting each other. Their senses and basic mental abilities were developed and strengthened. Eventually, the animal forms were no longer adequate for them, and they needed human forms to continue their evolution. One might wonder what causes the forms to evolve to suit the jiva. It is the jiva's own efforts. The jiva wants to see through the wall of matter that surrounds him. He tries to see, and his outward energy works on the wall, slowly developing an eye. This process applies to all the senses and organs. The senses are said to be formed from within outwards. The jiva shapes them to suit himself so he can use his powers in the outer world. The devas assist by providing materials suited for the organ the jiva desires. For example, Agni provides fiery matter that vibrates when touched by light for seeing, and Varuna provides watery matter for tasting. In this way, the jiva creates his bodies. When he has developed one as much as he can and it is no longer useful, he discards it and creates another. The jiva evolves faster and faster as he progresses because his powers, as they work more freely, can achieve results much more quickly than in the earlier stages. The general process of evolution has been described as though it were unbroken to help the reader grasp the main idea. However, in nature, while the general stream moves onwards, there are many twists, turns, and detours. A jiva may slip backwards for a time, staying in a stage he has long left behind. There may be something he has not quite learned, or some power he has not fully developed, causing him to fall back into a lower stage. Similar to a boy at school, being put back into a lower class if he were idle. A jiva that has reached the human stage may be attached to an animal, a plant, or if very tamasic, even to a stone, until he has learned to use the human form better. This is like a person in prison, shut off from human society and unable to use his human powers due to lack of freedom. However, the jiva is not bound forever to the cycle of births and deaths. The ropes that tie him to this cycle are his desires. As long as he desires earthly objects, he must return to this earth to possess and enjoy them. But when he stops desiring these objects, the ropes are broken and he is free. He no longer needs to be born. He has reached liberation. He is called a mukta, a free jiva. Often muktas stay in this world to help its progress, so that other jivas may attain freedom sooner than they otherwise would. We read about such muktas in the Vedas, Puranas, and Itihasa. Sometimes they are great rishis or kings, and sometimes they are quite simple people. Regardless of their outward appearance, they are pure, unselfish, and calm, living only to help others. They are content to work for the good of the world, knowing that they are one with Ishvara.